this is Carmen.
And this is Jason.
If you're new, welcome to our channel. We do have a blog on our website and you can find the link below.
Okay, so this is the first time we're going to be taking you through some of our adventures that we experienced along the way, and we hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, so over the years we've always struggled to find content online which would help us pretty much prepare for our next trip. So this is kind of one of the reasons why we are doing this, is pretty much just to help you guys out there be more prepared and be more aware of what is to be expected when you go into these areas.
Especially
with kids. Okay, so this trip we decided to take our chances in the Kalahari summer. It's the first time we've ever done it, and we were pretty worried about the heat. We left our fan at home, which wasn't the best thing to do.
Not with kids.
So we were super worried about that. But I think in fairness, it wasn't actually that bad. And we arrived at 7 o'clock at Mata Mata. We were meant to sleep over to Tuaferin. And I said to Carmen, I said, listen, I can't set up a tent, suckle with the hard ground, pack it up again the next day, and then have to trek all the way through to Mata Mata. I said, well, listen, let's go an extra 2.5 hours to Mata Mata from Tuaferin and get it all done in one go.
16 hours later.
16 hours later, and we are still married.
So we got there after 7 and we discovered that you actually can't swim after 7:30 when the gates close, so does the pool, which disappointed our kids because they were very hot and tired. We chose our campsite based on what was available, and we obviously choose it based on shade and midday afternoon sun.
And I think we were very lucky because we were one of the last to arrive. The campsite was pretty full, and for some reason this campsite that had a bit of shade, especially late afternoon shade, was not taken. So we were very lucky.
Very lucky.
It was a bit tricky because we've got a Eco 3 which has a flip over tent, so trying to kind of angle it correctly so that we actually don't hit the tree with the chair was a bit of a nightmare, but especially when you're tired after a long trip. But I think you did a good job. I think you chose the campsite over me. I was a little bit too tired to even think at that point, but
and it was dark, so we did sit up in the night.
It was dark. We had our headlights on. The kids just wanted to be entertained, and as always, it is very, very difficult to juggle, especially with tired kids, tired parents, having to set up the tents in the dark.
Oh, and very hard ground.
Not to mention the other campers looking at us thinking you guys are nuts. You're from Cape Town. You've traveled 16 hours. And I left my mallet at home, so I had to ask the next door neighbors for a mallet as well.
And the ground was like concrete.
The ground is ridiculous. Take a drill. It is shocking. It is very hard. I had blisters from using, what did I use? I used a
hammer.
No, it was very difficult. So please make sure that you got a decent mallet whenever you go to the Kalahari.
Mata Mata is better than Tuaferin.
Yeah,
that's even worse.
Tuaferin's shocking. Okay, so I know for many of us that travel to the Khalkhadi and these areas, the mornings are always the best, as well as the late afternoons.
They're gold.
You get something called your golden hour, your golden light, which is absolutely incredible. So for us to take photographs, I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for. I mean, we had some really cool photos with Cheetah in like some really immaculate lights, and we were super blessed to have had that. We'll spend about 4 hours, depending on what we see and what happens. I mean, you can never know. But we plan to spend about 3 to 4 hours within the morning for a drive with the kids. Mainly kids, because they want to sleep in.
Yeah, but they're usually sleeping, so they're not a problem in the mornings.
Yeah.
They're a problem in the afternoons.
Yes, because they've already been off for about 5 hours. But anyway, so the middays, the lunchtime middays, I mean, we made a real concerted effort to make sure that the kids at least had a couple of hours during the day to go swim and play and spend time in the camp, just so that they're kind of ready for the afternoon drive. Unexpected most times for them. But yeah, I think for us, it's imperative that we get out really early. And yeah, you make plans for that. I mean, we make flasks of coffee, and we make sure the kids are sorted with snacks in the car, and yeah, all those amenities that we need, for those morning drives. Alright, so within the spot one, I think we've probably, potentially had some of the best Land of Falcon, opportunities that we've ever experienced in any of the parks. We had these two that were literally lending themselves.
They were playing.
They were hunting. So what
they were playing together.
But they were literally, they took off from a branch. And then they go hunt, or they see a specific prey, and they'll come back again, and they'll land on the same branch. And they did this a couple of times. right. So when you talk about sightings, everyone speaks about going to the park, and my kind of previous overlay was pretty much getting to the park early in the morning and in the evenings, but let's not discount the fact that there are so many little critters that run around the camp during the day. Be little Surrey cats right in front of us. I think on our first day, and they created a massive opportunity for us to take some really good photography of them, and just pretty much just try and learn their habits and learn their ways. It's incredible. You always have one of these Surrey cats who is on alert, right? So he'll sit in his mound and he'll be scanning the area and alerting of any danger. So I mean, this is really, really great to pay attention to. We were also fortunate enough to have I think it was olive woodpecker or cardinal woodpecker right above our tent. And we were able to capture him quite nicely, which was probably about 5:30 in the evening.
One of my big bucket list items for this trip was a thunderstorm. I had spoken to so many people before we left that this is something I've always wanted to see. We've done them in Kruger. They are awesome.
They're unexpected.
Yeah, being from Cape Town, we never ever see lightning. And when we do, all we worry about is our dogs.
Well, if you see lightning in Cape Town, thunderstorms is going to be in the news the next day because
we
never
not get it. Yeah, we never get it. So our first Kalahari thunderstorm was amazing. It started off with a sandstorm, which we thought was just strong wind, and we like all moseying around our tent.
It wasn't forecast.
No, nothing was forecast in the Kalahari.
Also, it's a fire.
Everything we looked up was not on every single weather site, because we looked up the weather to plan meals, to plan kids, and it was just crazy how they would come in.
And obviously having kids with us, we need to try and plan these things.
And keep things safe.
Exactly.
Scorpions come out in the wind, remember that?
That's it. On 2 occasions I lit fires and I had to put them out of the sand, and we had to quickly change what we were eating for the night.
Yeah.
Because it was just way too windy. My embers were blowing into tents, and it was an absolute nightmare. But at the same time, it's something that we're not used to experiencing, so it was nice to witness.
It was fun.
It was lots of fun.
So it starts with the wind, and then you see the light flashing in the distance, and then as it comes closer you start to hear it. And in the end we were all like, I remember distinctly, we were standing in the rain in the middle of nowhere just staring at this lightning and thunder.
I think we looked like tourists, right? I think we were.
We are tourists. It was awesome.
Yeah. Right, so please stay tuned for our part 2 of our Mata adventure. It gets even better. Our cheetah experience in Mata started the second day was absolutely incredible. Morning golden light, cheetah alone, crying with his brothers who apparently were in the area we got some more line in part here as well. So yeah, please stay tuned.
Oh, more thunderstorms.
More thunderstorms, unexpected ones, not planned,
Always unexpected.
and yeah, thanks for listening.